Welcome to the Holistic Research Academy. I'm Dr. J.P. Amonte, and in this video, we're going to be focusing on the top 10 aspects of living a long, healthy life. Recent research and studies focusing on longevity and anti-aging has revealed there are many factors that can accurately predict how long and how healthy we're going to live for. But let's just start off with this whole concept of anti-aging and this resistance to dying and death. You see, we know what the number one cause of death is: birth. That's right, folks. It's time to embrace the inevitability. If you are born, you are going to die. So rather than trying to resist the aging process, it's time that we learn to embrace it, how to work with it, and how to begin to implement very simple but consistent things to have a very long, very healthy life. Because at the end of the day, or at the end of your life, it's not about the quantity of years, it's about the quality of years. But why not have both? Good quality and good quantity of years to accomplish all the things that you're here to do. So, according to the recent research here in 2025, the top 10 predictable factors of living a long, healthy life, number one is physical activity. The two most predictable factors are going to be your VO2 max, that is measuring your cardiovascular and respiratory fitness, along with your strength. And so, doing regular cardio exercise and regular strength resistance training has now been shown in the research to be some of the most predictable factors and essential for living a long, healthy life. Next is your diet. You see, what you think and what you eat combined together develops your cells over years. So think about it. All of your cells are constantly dividing and replicating themselves, meaning you are only 7 years old. That means approximately in a 7 year cycle, 99.9% of your cells have been completely replaced. So what are they replaced with? Well, everything you've been eating over the last 7 years. And research has now shown that the measurement of your body mass index, or your BMI, and looking at the daily intake of diet is essential for predicting someone's health and longevity. Research on things like the Mediterranean diet and using intermittent fasting are key aspects of keeping our diet healthy and balanced. The third is smoking status. Sorry, smokers, the research has shown that limiting or completely avoiding smoking tobacco or other things has a higher predictability for living a longer, healthier life. The next one is your socioeconomic status. That is, your financial health. Now, it's not necessarily those that are born into a lower socioeconomic status, but there is a slight correlation there. But over time, as we become more successful or more financially healthy, this has a predictable factor of how long and how healthy we're going to age. The next factor is education. That is, the more education, the more knowledge you have, the tendency for the longer and healthier we're going to live. So don't ever stop learning. Don't ever stop training your mind. And the more you know, the more you grow. Another aspect is our social connections. That is, immersing ourselves in a healthy, like-minded community has a direct relationship for living a long, healthy life. So if you think about the things that you're into, and especially if it has a healthy context, join a community, whether it's a faith-based community or whether it's a community of fitness or like-minded individuals. It can really help strengthen our social health and have that aspect of feeling connected and belonging to a group, which can often help us when we're going through rough times by having that support and stability over the years. The next is our mental health. Now, a lot of research has clearly shown that our internal dialogue and the mental health and stressors that we have directly relate to how we feel and how healthy we are as we age. And so practicing daily meditation, mindfulness, or getting counseling, talk therapy, or being part of a community support group can be advantageous into helping us have healthier minds and therefore healthier lives. The next key factor is sleep. You see, this is when we recover, repair, and we actually grow in our physical body. And getting regular, adequate amounts of deep sleep are not only healthy in terms of repairing the physical body, but can rest and recharge us ready for another day. The next key factor for longevity is the environment around the individual, and not just the physical environment and exposure to toxic things around you, but also the mental and emotional toxicities that also might be around in our workplace and our relationships. And we've even seen in research that if you change the environment around a cell or even change the environment around an animal, it will become healthy and thrive for many years. The next key factor for longevity is your genetics. That is, the DNA that you're handed down by your parents and your ancestors. And so, if your ancestors and parents live for a long time, it's a greater likelihood that you are as well. But your genes are just like crayons in the crayon box. This is simply the colors that you were given. It's what you do with them that really matters. So, recent research has shown the significant role in epigenetics. That is, your genes can be either switched on or switched off based on the foods that you eat, how you treat yourself, and more importantly, the environment that's around you. So you can take the genes that you have and do the best that you can with what you choose to do, what you eat, and what you think. And the final aspect is access to healthcare. As research has shown that around the world, those who have better access to healthcare tend to live longer, healthier lives. But now in the modern world, there's so much information around us that it's very important to assemble your own all-star team of doctors, therapists, and practitioners that use research, evidence-based approaches that work for you. And so find your own individualized team and find what works best for your body. And having good access to this information will help you to live a long, healthy life. So thank you so much for joining me. So please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. If you want more information on holistic healthcare, check out hcare.org. This is The Holistic Way with Dr. A. May the health be with you.